You're going to spend thousands of dollars trying to straighten your teeth, fix your bite, and you're like, isn't there a better way? Isn't there a cheaper option? Do I really need all this? I'm going to share 3 things that you don't need to waste your money on and still get the same type of results that you're looking for. The first thing that you don't need to spend extra money on is fancy brackets. You've got the Ormco Mini Diamond, the American Mini Master, got the Unitech Victory Series, got the Speed System, the Damon System, Wild Smiles, Incognito, Brius. Let's talk just a few of them. The one with the diamond. Don't worry, it's not more expensive because it has diamonds in it. But the minis can reference smaller brackets, smaller profiles, just not as big on the tooth. Then you got the self-ligating group. That's the one that has a clip that goes over the top. The traditional bracket, it's called a twin bracket. You got 2 sides and the wire goes in between. And the way that you keep the wire connected to the bracket was with a color, what we call an elastic. Well, then you have the self-ligating bracket like this. It has a clip built into the bracket that just snaps over the wire so you don't have to use the color. This was a big deal when these came out because the idea was it could make things go faster. Treatment would go faster. The argument that there's less friction, so the teeth would move faster. And then you have the In-Brace or Brius. Those are brackets that go on the inside, lots of different brackets. Why is it a waste of money? Based on the existing current science, the lingual braces don't necessarily give you a better result. But what about the self-ligating brackets like the Damon system or the Speed system? The name is built in, it's speed. What they found is that tooth movement isn't just about friction, it's about binding. There are many orthodontic providers that use traditional brackets that get just the same kind of results. Don't waste your money on fancy brackets. The second thing that you shouldn't waste your money on, cool gadgets and or procedures that make your teeth move faster. Number 1 on our list is a product called Excelident. It is comparable to Hyperbite. These 2 products are vibrational devices, little handle, little like mouth guard, you bite into it and you push a button, it vibrates. The vibration is supposed to excite or help increase the rate of cellular differentiation. Okay, you need certain cells to break down the bone around your teeth and then rebuild it. And if you can get those cells to more of those faster, then maybe you could speed up the process. For the Excelident, they say about 20 minutes a day. For the Hyperbite, 5 minutes a day. And it's supposed to help your teeth move faster. Different costs, different times. Why different times? Maybe different frequency. For the Excelident, I saw online ranges from like $500 to $1,000. For the Hyperbite on their website, it looked about $699. Then you got a tissue penetrating light, the BioLux. You get these cells with this light energy. You can increase the energy available that allows you to turn over the bone faster. Then there's a product, ultrasound, trying to increase the blood flow, bringing in more cells, help bone turn over faster, then you can move the tooth faster, in theory. Now we're going to move towards the injury procedures. Tooth movement requires inflammation. The bone breaks down and then rebuilds as the tooth moves. There is something called the regional acceleratory phenomenon. When there is an injury, it can stimulate bone turnover and rebuild. Somebody came up with a procedure that involves corticotomies, cutting the bone. You remove the gum tissue around your teeth, and then you make cuts down in between the teeth, put some like pinpoints in your bone. You're basically creating all these local injuries in your bone to try and help this process, the bone turnover, of ever happen faster. They're like, okay, well, maybe we can do something that's not so invasive. I'm not going to say this, right? Piezoexcision, which is basically like a modified corticotomy. This time you cut in the gums without pulling the gums down, and you make your horizontal or your vertical cuts. And finally, there's the micro perforation. This is a big one that orthodontists were kind of getting into as they started using the mini screws, creating these little local injuries to try and help speed the bone turnover process. So what's the verdict? Well, you already know that I think it's a waste of money. And the reason why is because per the existing science that is peer-reviewed, generally agreed upon, well-designed, they just don't support the ideas that these devices and these procedures produce this incredible increase in the rate of tooth movement and ends up being maybe more cost and burden and risk. The final thing that you shouldn't spend your money on, because I think it's a waste of money, is devices that your dentist offers you to move your teeth and fix your bite. Here's a few of them. MyoBrace, Healthy Start, the Vivos appliance, the DNA appliance, the ALF or the ANGA. MyoBrace Healthy Start, basically like mouth guards, rubber-like material, widen your jawbones, try to get your tongue in the right position. Sometimes the claims are you won't need braces or this will fix your bite. Sometimes other claims include help with TMJ problems, associated problems, or sleep-related breathing problems. Usually those are offered by the dentist as an alternative to braces to fix things. The MyoBrace Healthy Start, that type of a treatment could range anywhere from like a normal orthodontic phase 1 to several $1,000s. Like somebody mentioned like $19,000, but it may not have just been for the device. There may have been other things involved, but look, these devices can get really expensive, way more than traditional braces. Usually the Vivos and the DNA appliance, I think they're the same appliance. They might have had like a name switch, but basically it's acrylic, so it looks like a retainer. It's got some wires in it. It may have a screw in the middle, so like an expander. It looks super fancy schmancy. Again, you're trying to correct TMJ-related disorders, problems, pain, sleep-related breathing disorders. Just trying to expand your bones. And they use this for adults and children. Some of these cost ranges from like several $1,000s to $13,000 for these appliances. Then you've got the Alpha appliance, which is a wire that's connected to bands around your teeth. Same kind of idea, you're trying to expand without the acrylic or the screw, you're just using the wire in place. And it may not be glued in, it just kind of sets around your teeth. And finally is the AGA device, which right now is under investigation because they're having some serious issues. It gets glued into place, and then it tries to like spread jawbones out and a lot of teeth move. Check out our other video we did about the dentist makes a mistake. That device is very questionable and can cost several $1,000s in addition to what braces you might need to fix or address some of the spaces that it creates. We're talking about bucket loads of money here. And it's interesting that most of these appliances are promoted by the general dentist, the non-tooth movement experts. There are some dentists out there who do great tooth movements, but generally speaking, your orthodontist is your tooth movement expert and would put you in the best position to know how to move your teeth, to do it effectively, the least amount of time. And so far, for all of the appliances that I just mentioned, the current science that is the best design, peer-reviewed, and repeatable, it's just not there. These devices don't provide any major advantage beyond what traditional orthodontics does. Don't waste your money on those three things: fancy brackets, devices that move your teeth faster, and appliances that your dentist tells you should use that will prevent you from needing future orthodontic treatment, will fix all of your sleep-related breathing problems, and make your TND problems go away for the rest of your life. If you like this video, please share it with somebody else. If you know somebody who's considering these things, you share it with them. Come find us in McKinney and Anna, Texas. We're not perfect here, but we try really hard to get people the best information, help them make good decisions about their straight teeth and their beautiful smiles. That's all I got. Just a little PMO, so you know where you're going. Packard out.